I've talked about this before in my injuries video, but only mentioned it, and it's really bad, so I'm going to link it in the description, and I'm going to put an icon up in the corner. Let's go back. Not that far, come on. Grade 3 at my school at the time, we had what we called a snack box, where if you were hungry, you could grab a snack. Normally there would be cheap 10-cent granola bars, cheap 10-cent applesauces with no spoons, and cheap 10-cent fruit snacks. And as a growing boy, I wanted more food, so I got up from my spot and went over to grab a granola bar and teleported back to my seat. As my butt was about to hit the chair, the kid sitting behind me pulled my chair out from under me, and I went down. You know those class computers that sit in the corner of the room, and it's the slowest computer you've ever used? Well, that was right behind me, so as I went down, the back of my head hit the corner of the square desk. So my head hit the desk, and then my butt hit the floor, and I landed right on my tailbone. After realizing what happened, I felt a sharp pain in the back of my head, so I raised my hand up and touched the back of my head, and felt something wet. Well, what could it be? It could be milk? No. Maybe orange juice? No. Well, I guess it's blood. Fun. And I didn't even start to freak out until I figured out that red liquid I was staring down at was my blood. And the kid didn't even say anything. Like, you'd think he'd say,
"Yo, are you okay?"
Or,
"Sorry, man."
But no, he didn't say anything. Luckily, since we were immature third graders, we had lunch monitors who were watching us. So they ran over and picked me up and brought me right down to the office.
"Oh, hello there, kids. What seems to be the problem?" "Oh, God. Karen, where's the nurse?"
So they took me behind the table and they tried to stop the bleeding with tissues. But it was kind of just flowing out of this small hole in my head. As I was behind the counter, one of the teachers was holding a cloth to my head and the other was calling my mom. But at the time, my mom was in a meeting and couldn't leave for another 2 hours. "Thanks, Mom. I'm just dying here." I ended up having to sit behind the counter with the cloth to the hole until she could come and get me to go to the doctor's. While I was down in the office, they called down the kid who pulled out my chair, and the moment he walks in, he goes,
"Hi, what's wrong?" "Oh."
Then the principal walked in and called him into her office. About 20 minutes later, he walked back out, and I found out that he only ended up getting a school detention. Eventually, my mom arrived and took me to the doctor's, but of course, at the time, our doctor's was closed, so we ended up having to go to a Walmart emergency room. As we walked in, we saw a bunch of sick people, a person with a lump, another with some spots. Oh yeah, also someone on fire. Ah! We went up to the desk to sign in.
"Can I help you?"
No, sorry, I was just admiring your eyes. They're just so beautiful. Like big blue cups of water. Finally, this massive scary guy comes out of an office and says, "Tyler?" We go in and he checks my head.
"Yep, you definitely have a hole in your head."
"Yeah, you think? Thanks a lot, Captain Obvious. I didn't know there was a hole in my head." After a little bit more of exploring in the jungle of my hole in my head, he said the hole was too small to stitch. So we had to use
flex tape.
No, unfortunately. They used super glue. So this massive man starts cramming super glue into the hole in my head. The next day, I went into the washroom to look at my battle scars. So I lifted out my hair and revealed a second head. Oh God! No, I had a bald spot.
"Oh God, it's even scarier than a second head." Ah! Sorry, I have this problem where I can't speak properly, cause I'm a delusional child. Anyways, you're stinky. Got him. Look at these amazing lines I'm doing. Woman voice. "I am not a woman. Do you think I am a woman? How dare you?" I'm offended. Okay, I'll do it. Just a second, gotta drink my Sprite. Yum. You did bad. Can I help you? Testosterone. Took me 4 minutes to read, like, 10 lines. I'm better at Mario Kart.